So, hi Sylvia.
Hi.
Thank you so much for agreeing to talk to me. I really appreciate you sharing your story.
Fine.
So, I want to start off. You told me a story about how you got into cake making and about cracking eggs. Would you share that story with us?
I got into cake making. I've never baked a cake. I got into cake baking when I was about 33. My nan became ill. And for having to focus on something that was going on around me, so I decided to crack an egg and bake this cake, which came out lovely. Subsequently, my nan passed away, but I found that even more comforting to continue to do it, because it saved my bacon. And like even now when I do bake, my nan, she had this, I go with an egg and I sort of like bang, it's done, it's open, because it's quick.
Yeah.
I've got to crack 30 of them. But my nan, she was like tip, 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 and when it was ready, it would break, you know. They don't rush the eggshell. When it's ready to give, it will give. And so every time I do tap my egg, I just think Nana would have done tap, 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 or if I do it gently, I think, oh, Nana's here with me.
So she's almost with you with every cake that you make.
No, it's yeah, without sounding really corny.
It
yeah.
doesn't, it sounds lovely.
Do you know what? Because she was my girl. She was my top girl. I love that woman so much. It's ridiculous. And so literally saving me from going over the edge was cake. It was. It's stupid, but I love it, and I do love it. And I did do art at college, although I can't draw, but I did like photography, and I did some modelling and like sculpture and stuff like that.
Really creative.
Well,
yeah,
but not. I don't think. Some people do a much better job than I do in that respect as well. And then sort of from breaking an egg open, I now sort of do bespoke birthday cakes. And I'm trying to set up my own company. I'm trying to buy my domain name, which I looked into yesterday, which is really exciting actually. And I'm sort of...
What's exciting about the whole kind of thing for you of kind of making a business and putting your cakes out?
Do you know what it is? I mean, my parents have had the business that I'm running now. They had it for 30 odd years. And so, although yes, I'm working it, I almost feel slightly fraudulent, if I'm being really honest, because I've got it off the back of someone else.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Whereas this is my baby. I've done this, and I've done it all by myself. And I'm not saying I'm ever going to get rich, because I'm not. But I really love making, and I love the fact, I mean, I rarely see the cake delivered, or the person's expression, but there was one particular cake, I made a Nike cake. And if you look at it, it's just a trainer. It's brilliant, even if I say so myself. And I made a point of actually going to the shop to be there for when the lady collected, because she was expecting a 2D flat thing where she got a shoe that big. And when she saw it, she was just delighted. And I love that. Do you know what I mean? It's almost like you're passing on a bit of happiness to someone in a sort of weird way.
Yeah. So I'm hearing like it gives you a sense of happiness. Like making someone else happy.
Yeah.
And it also expresses your creativity.
Yes.
And it's a challenge, you know, kind of...
Yeah, especially if you forget a cake with 24 hours notice. And it's 3 tiers or 2 tiers and you just... Yeah. But, you know, and I'll sit there and I just think, oh my God, right, I can't do this. I've got no choice. No, I can't not do this. I don't have a choice. And you can't let someone down on their birthday.
Yeah.
You know, I haven't really gone into the wedding cakes side of things yet, because that's a lot of pressure. That's a big sort of focal point, and I'd need a couple more years of practice than that, I think.
Okay.
But I do love being able to get into a cake and starting off with a block of sponge that I've built up, and then just getting a big knife and just sort of attacking it to get a shape. Because I don't use any tins, it's all knife work.
Oh, wow. So
yeah.
I'm conscious that what we'll do at the end of this is if you're okay, is to put a picture of one of your cakes on at the end with your...
I've got a few of them.
Yeah, because then it'll show people what you're really... Cause I know they're amazing.
I've got to say, I try and show that it's all been made by hand and all with love, and I want to give a bit of love in each one. I do, because it's...
That's lovely.
And I've got to say, if I'm not feeling it, as I call it, it's not a good cake day. I've really got to be in, a bit of Stevie Wonder goes on, and I'm just here on my table, and it doesn't look... Yeah. And it's just, and then I get into my zone, and then she's off. And the kids can talk to me, and I'm like, I'm making cake babies. I'm making cobblestones, about 150. And I made 50 roses, and they took 10 hours to make.
Wow. God.
But I sat there.
It really is a labour of love.
Yeah, and I made a small cake like this. It was an all sorts cake. And it had tiny little beads, like balls on them. And I stuck them all individually. And that took 7 hours to cover.
Wow.
But I loved every minute of it.
I think it's so obvious as well when you're talking about
And like, if you look at me, I was like grunge into my festivals. And I'm sitting here doing cakes. And absolutely, I'm almost WI. Do you know what I mean? That's what I feel like.
I'm curious. Okay, so when it is challenging, because I know you've got 3 kids and lots going on. When it's really challenging, what is it that keeps you going? Like
knowing that I'll do it. That's my own little personal chat. I mean, Friday, for instance, I had to basically attack 5 cakes. I had to go and get all my supplies because I'd obviously forgotten the order, which is really, really unprofessional, but I got it done. I had to go and get all my bits, all my supplies. I had appointments booked anyway. And I've got 2 school runs in between, so it's not a case of I can start something and finish it. I'll start it, like if I'm making a big bake-off, I'll grate my 40 lemons, then I'll go off and I'll do something else. And then I'll come back and I'll assemble it into a cake, and once that's in the oven, then I'll put a load of washing on, and I'll start the dinner off. But it all slots in, but I do have to sort of really, I don't write anything down. Apart
use
from
the word attack as well. I'm going to attack this.
Because it's like, sometimes it's monumental, it's huge. And then you got to start small, and once you start like going like that, you're at it, it's gone. Yeah. That's it, scratching like a cat.
So if you were to meet someone that said, they're really stuck, because, lots of us get to that place where it's hard, life's a bit challenging, and they don't have something that they love, what advice would you give to them?
I mean, I don't know. I've never really had a formal job. I've always sort of worked for my parents and myself.
Yeah.
So I knew that I could never be at a desk and just go and tick or spreadsheet. That just would not happen. I would not be happy. I really wouldn't be happy. And being in a shop, it almost gave me like a little step like my stage, so I could be who I wanted to be, as cheeky or as friendly or as miserable as I wanted to be to whoever was behind the counter. And then it's...
So you're almost saying and I don't want to put words in your mouth, but almost find this place where you can be who you are.
Yeah, and then...
Yeah.
I don't know,
find your stage.
Yeah, and just as long as you can find your happiness, and then just to keep... I mean, like I said, I'll never be a millionaire, ever. And we don't do holidays, but, the kids don't want for nothing, and we're all at a happy little bubble. Does that make sense?
Yeah, totally.
And, it's hard work, but I'm not stuck in some more mundane office building where I'm just... I'm like telesales. Which sounds really rude, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. And I hear that your heart's in what you do.
And you've got to, because do you know what? If your heart's not in it, it's not worth doing. It really isn't, because you're not going to give your all for it, are you?
No.
And I've never given my all like having a cake. For what it is, it sounds... I've never... I mean, I used to love doing my clay work and my photography, but that was when I was 17, 18. And so now I've found something that I can sort of put what I love doing there into something that's a bit more productive.
That's so cool. So if someone was watching this and they wanted a cake, how would they contact you?
Creamed Apple Cakes on Facebook.
Ah, okay.
Or creamedapplecakes.co.uk.
Cool.
So yeah, I'm getting posts up. I'm trying to get my cake sold at cafes as well.
Excellent.
I was on the radio.
So we'll put a picture of your cake up on here and your contact details.
Yeah, fabulous.
Cool. Thank you so much.
That's all right.